Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. I am like fucking a million cough drops deep, and I'm hoping I can finish this video without coughing all over the place. I have a really bad head cold. Saturday was brutal. I actually went to work today, and was coughing all day, and that seemed to be the only problem, so I'm hoping cough drops can, or at least these Halls cough drops or whatever, can at least fix that for this video. So anyway, I want to talk about the kind of underrated move that happened in the NBA the past week, and that is that the Wizards have hired a new president of basketball operations, Michael Winger, and a new GM with the name of Will Dawkins. And it's about time, man. I'm just going to call it what it is. This organization has been horrible for like 15 years. Okay, maybe longer. And even the last GM they had, and president of basketball operations, was all still a part of their previous regime. So they're really only recently, as of a week or two ago, finally getting rid of a regime that lasted for like 15 years. Like, it's finally gone. The last remnants of it are fucking gone. It is about time. Because, not for nothing, but this organization has a lot of problems with it. I'm convinced, like, beyond the problems that existed before all this, I am now convinced that their coaching staff sucks. They signed Bradley Beal to this insane contract that he's not worth. If you're the Washington Wizards, unfortunately, they're pretty much going to have to just eat that, because I don't know any other team that's going to trade for him unless they're like one piece away and have an ass ton of cap space to use up. But they also, like, after seeing the Rui Hachimura trade, I really don't think they're a team that's good at developing talent either. Because Rui Hachimura was, don't get me wrong, he was a good player in Washington. Like, he was solid. But he played significantly better when he went to the Lakers. Like, you could argue that Rui Hachimura was like maybe their third or fourth best player once he went to the Lakers, and he like fell in line very quickly, I'd say. And for me, I was like, I was watching this, like, watching Rui Hachimura in the playoffs, and, just at the end of the regular season, the second half of the regular season, I was like, you know what, maybe Denny Avdia really can shoot. Maybe they just don't have a decent fucking shooting coach in Washington. Maybe they have a coaching staff that's teaching him all the wrong shit. So, you know what, for me, as a fan of the sport, not even a Wizards fan, I'm hoping this team can maybe start to figure it out. And we're really going to find out during the NBA draft. I think that's where we're going to find out. How good are they at evaluating talent? How good what are Michael Winger and Will Dawkins going to do to turn this team around? Because the draft is pretty huge for them, man. Like, I know it's not an amazing pick. I think they have like the 9th pick or the 8th pick in this draft. If I'm correct. I'm not even really sure where the Wizards pick at this point. But it's just the idea, like, they have to hit. Like, I'm just going to call it what it is. They have to hit on draft picks. They've been missing on fucking draft picks. They drafted Johnny Davis last year, and Johnny Davis didn't really play at all. So I just think to myself, man, like, this team has a lot to figure out. And, is Kristaps Porzingis going to come back? Like, what are they doing with Kyle Kuzma? They really need to solve some issues at point guard. Like, for them, they're a team that I would like to see take Asur Thompson or Anthony Black or Cason Wallace if they can get them. They're a team that needs point guard play really bad. They need to play better defense. They need another scoring option besides Bradley Beal. Kristaps Porzingis played pretty well for them last year. Kyle Kuzma seems like he's starting to come into his role, but I'm not quite sure how much, like, Kyle Kuzma is going to be there. Like, Kyle Kuzma is good, all right? Do I think he can be a number one option on a team? I'm not really sure. Like, He's not the most efficient player in the world, but he has shown that he can put the ball in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not... I don't know if I would ever make him a number one option on a team. Maybe that's down the road a little ways. But he's a guy that I would be very content as being like my sixth man. Or, you know, even being in the starting lineup is like a stretch four or something like that. But all I know is, like, this team has a lot of holes to fix. They have a lot of defensive problems. They have a lot of depth problems. I really think they need a new head coach as well. Like, they're a team that I just think needs to rebuild it all from the top down. Because part of me also thinks, like, the owner doesn't give a fuck. And at least with a change in the president of basketball operations and with a change in the GM, at least I'm led to believe, like, the owner kind of cares, as I'm losing my voice here. So, you know what? I'm excited for what's to come with the Washington Wizards. I hope they can turn the ship around. I really do. Because they're a team that I would like to see in my lifetime be good again. Like, the last time the Wizards were good was, like, what? Caron Butler, Gilbert Arenas, and Antoine Jameson, and I was, like, I think early middle school, late elementary school, when that was happening, like, 03, 04, I was in elementary school. I'm 28 now. So, it's just the idea, like, it's been a while. It's been a long fucking time. So, I think also, like, this may be a hot take, or I'm not quite sure, but Chris Paul is clearly not what he once was, but I feel like Chris Paul would be a nice guy to bring in if you're going to draft a point guard. Not necessarily as, like, a player, maybe as a player if you can get him on a vet minimum deal, but just a guy you can bring in to mentor your next point guard. Whether that's Anthony Black or Cason Wallace or Asar Thompson or Amen Thompson if you move up in the draft. They're just a team that I think, like, they need point guard play most of all. You know, if they could bring back Porzingis, I feel like that'd be a help. Bradley Beal is going to be Bradley Beal. He's not the most efficient player in the world, but he's going to go out and get you 20 plus a game. So I understand why they gave Bradley Beal the contract they did. I really do. He's just not worth what he's getting paid. And part of me kind of worries, like, they signed him to a 5-year extension. That 5-year extension is going to cost them a lot. And part of me kind of wonders as well, like, with this new regime, are they going to try to move Bradley Beal? That's the other thing I was thinking here is, like, you know, Bradley Beal's contract is not that good. If you're Washington and can move him for something better, or maybe even draft picks or some young players and some picks, I feel like that'd be a win. You know, even if you only get 2 or 3 first round picks and you get, like, one good young player or a good young player and a solid role player, like, I just feel like if you're Washington, that's a win if it clears up that much cap space for you. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at with the Wizards. It's nice to see they're finally making a change. They're not just hanging around and lingering with the same shit that they've been lingering with for years. And it looks like they're finally taking a step in the right direction. So, tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like us, me out, subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.